What is going on, guys? Today we are diving deep into the week of September 15th through September 21st, 2004, talking about what the energies have in store for us. And this week, honeys, is a week that promises major transformation. I'm talking about huge shifts, life-altering moments that shake things up in ways that you could have never seen coming. This week is filled with dramatic endings, bold new beginnings, and sudden revelations that could completely change the course of our lives. And that's because we have the lunar eclipse that's happening this week. I won't get too deep into the lunar eclipse because I have a video that discusses that. I'll leave a link for it in the card and in the description. But this energy this week is all about clearing the path for something new and exciting. So get ready for breakthroughs, bold leaps into the unknown that's leading you to a more, let's say, empowered version of yourselves. And all I can say is hold on to your seats and embrace those powerful transformation, guys. But let's talk generally about how the energy is going to be affecting us, and then we'll move on to how the energy is going to affect each sign specifically. So we're starting with the sun. The sun is in Virgo. This is a time to get organized. Okay, the sun is going to be in Virgo until September the 22nd. All right. What this means is, Virgo energy is all about the little things that we tend to overlook. But if we get to it, that if we pay attention to those details, it can make a huge difference in our lives. So this week is all about tying up loose ends, finishing that project you've been putting off, or cleaning out that messy closet that's been driving you nuts. Think of it like doing a life declutter. That's what this energy is great for. So whether it's work, health, or home, Virgo's energy is urging you to take care of the details that will make everything run smoother in the long run. So let's say you've got a long list of things to do. You've been ignoring them for weeks. Well, this is the week to tackle that list, cross things off, and, get that I feel so accomplished energy going. And maybe you've been, meaning to start a new fitness routine or clean up your eating habits. This is a week that's perfect for taking the step forward and getting things, together with your wellness. So you might find that you actually enjoy the process of organizing things. So, whether it's color coding your bookshelf, kidding, but maybe not. Finally, setting up that budget plan. This Virgo energy is here to help you feel productive in those ways, right? Small wins lead to big results. So don't underestimate the power of getting the little stuff done. Moving on, we have Mercury in Virgo. I'm calling this precision power, right? Because Mercury in Virgo, that energy is the king of clear thinking and communication. This is where things get a little interesting. This week, your mind is going to be super sharp. You'll be noticing every little detail, with the sun and Mercury in Virgo. This is amazing for tasks that requires focus, okay? So it's like your brain is a magnifying glass at this time. So if you got paperwork to handle or a project that requires precision, this is your week to get on it. So think of it as the ultimate time for dotting your I's and crossing your T's. This energy is very good for that. Just be careful not to get too caught up in the nitty gritty because you don't want to spend 3 hours perfecting your grocery list. You know what I'm saying? Right. So this is also a good time to help others with things that, your knowledge that you have. So maybe a friend needs help with organizing their own life, and you'll be that go-to person for that. Got a big decision to make. Now's the time to plan it carefully and make sure every base is covered before moving forward. This energy loves planning. So whether it's a new business idea or just reorganizing your calendar, this is great energy for that. Moving on, guys, Venus is in Libra. Love is in the air, right? Venus rules Libra. And so, you know what that means. It's all about love, beauty, finding harmony in your relationships. So this week, expect relationships to feel smoother, more balanced, and, just full of charm. So, whether it's a romantic relationship or friendships, this energy doesn't discriminate against the one-to-one relationships that we have. So everybody's going to be a little more willing to compromise with this energy, compromise and make things work, and things will work. So if you've been, in a bit of a tiff with someone, Venus in Libra helps you to patch things up. So it's like the universe is handing out, let's get along vibes to everybody, making things easier. Also with the Venus in Libra energy, it makes you want to beautify everything. So are you in a mood to redecorate? This energy supports that. You'll be wanting, more beautified space. So whether it's hanging up new art or just rearranging your living room for a better flow, this energy is perfect for that. If you're working on a project, this is going to be the perfect time to bring in a partner to help you collaborate, because you guys are going to have that collaborative mojo, the collaborative juices flowing. It's wonderful for that. But here's the catch. Don't avoid difficult conversations if you have to have them. Have the conversations. This energy will just make it easier for you to make things, for you to get through those conversations and make peace and find balance. So, be honest, be diplomatic. This energy is great for that. Overall, relationships are going to feel lighter and more fun. Moving on, guys, we have Mars in Cancer. Heart over hustle, right? We're going to be in the feels with Mars in Cancer. So Mars moved into Cancer September 4th. And this is where emotions rule over the unusual, let's say, hustle and grind vibes that we may be happening. So instead of charging with our head, we might find that our actions are guided by how we feel in the moment. So if we're working on a project, but your heart is not in it, you're more likely to put it aside in favor of something that feels more meaningful to you. At this time as well, family and home and your home life takes priority. Maybe you'll find yourself, redecorating your space, planning more dinners and games and just spending quality time with the people that you love. Also, you'll be fiercely protective of those you care about with Cancer or Mars in Cancer. Be mindful, though, that mood swings could be rampant. So if you're feeling out of sorts, it could throw your plans off. So just be mindful of those shifts in your moods. Don't be afraid, though, to take a break when you need one, recharge and come back. Mars in Cancer loves emotional connection. So don't be surprised if you're more interested in heart-centered activities. This energy is here for that, right? Rather than those power moves. If you're somebody that was into that, this energy has you feeling, like I said, in your feels. If there's something you're passionate about, this energy gives you the boost to stand up for what you believe in, especially when it comes to protecting your emotional world. Just remember, though, sometimes the most powerful actions is the one that brings you peace and comfort. So just heads up for that. And now is the perfect time to talk about the emotional roller coaster of the week, the moon transits. So we know the astrological sign that the moon is changing into changes the way we relate to the world and can affect our moods dramatically. That's no secret. And it's important to be aware of the signs that the moon transits through as it influences us. So the moon is going to be going through 4 signs this week, and that's going to be stirring up some different vibes. So let's talk about that. Here we go. The moon is going to be in Aquarius from September 15th through the 16th. And when the moon is in Aquarius, we're all about innovation and breaking away from the usual routine. This is your thinking outside the box moment. For example, if you've been stuck in a creative rut, now's the time to shake things up with new ideas. You'll feel drawn to group activities and working on something that's bigger than yourself when the moon is in Aquarius. So collaborate, brainstorm, and focus on the future, because that's all good for this energy. Personal freedom is good with this energy, so don't be surprised if you find yourself resisting anything that feels resistive or restrictive rather. You may be bogged, let's just, for example, if you're bogged down by routine that just doesn't excite you, it's the perfect time to introduce something fresh, try a new hobby, or work on a cause that's close to your heart. This energy loves radical changes and new beginnings, so it's perfect, perfect time for the lunar eclipse that's coming up. So use it to shake up your life a little if that's what you want to do. Social gatherings and group projects are favored during this time. Think about joining a community effort or organizing something with friends, but remember to balance your head with your heart. Aquarius is logical, but don't forget your emotional needs too with this energy. Now, on Tuesday, we're going to be having the lunar eclipse, and that's when the moon is going to be moving into, Pisces. And so, just really briefly, lunar eclipses and full moons bring situations to a climax. It reveals what's been hidden or unresolved. And, these starry or cosmic events, they intensify our emotions. They absolutely lead to dramatic shifts in areas of life that's impacted by the eclipse according to where it hits in our chart. So just a heads up, we might feel like, we might want to act. This is not the time to act because the eclipses temporarily obscure our vision. I always say this. And so when the eclipses hit, it does make our judgment a little less clear. Do know relationships, though, in particular, because lunar eclipse affects relationships, they're going to be tested. They are going to prompt realizations. This is going to be a period that leads to significant changes, significant breakthroughs, significant endings, significant new beginnings, major shifts. And so this is going to be ongoing. This particular lunar eclipse is very important because it's the start of a new series. So it's the start of a new chapter in our lives on the axis of Virgo and Pisces in our chart. But like I said, I talked deeply about the Pisces lunar eclipse and how it affects every sign specifically in a separate video. So check out that video if you want to see how it's going to affect you. But normally speaking, when the moon is in Pisces, it brings dreamy, imaginative energy, and it's time to slow down and connect with your intuition. That's going to be the theme throughout this series that is going to continue through 2027. If you've been feeling overwhelmed, take these days to rest, to meditate, and to get lost in a creative project like painting or writing or journaling or something. You'll feel more compassionate and in touch with your emotions to those around you. So be gentle with yourself and be gentle with others too. Boundaries might blur a little, so it's important to stay grounded and not get swept away by your feelings. This is going to be a perfect time to let your imagination run wild. I already said that, but it's Pisces, so it's worth saying again. Dive into your favorite book, listen to music, or spend time by the water. This time is favorable for that type of activity. If you've been craving a spiritual recharge, this is your moment. Right? Light candles, meditate, tap into your highest self. This energy is all for it. Avoid overthinking the details. This energy is about flow and trust in the process. Use this time for deep reflection and let yourself dream big during this eclipse. It's magical energy for healing and emotional growth. Okay. Now, The moon will shift into Aries on the 19th and stay there to the 20th. And so this is buckle up energy. When the moon is in Aries, it's go time. You feel a burst of energy and motivation to get things done. So if you have a project you've been sitting on, now is the time to start it. Aries moon loves bold, decisive action. So take advantage of it if you need to start something. This fiery energy is perfect for jumping into new challenges, but just watch out for impulsiveness, especially around the lunar eclipse. Stop, wait, think before you make a hasty decisions. You don't want to do that. Physical activity is a great way to channel that energy. So hit the gym or take a brisk walk to burn off any restlessness if you need to. Be aware that people might be more competitive at this time, including you. So don't be surprised if you feel the urge to prove yourself. Know where the energy is coming from. So, for example, if you've been waiting for the right time to ask for a promotion or to start a new fitness routine, this Aries energy is giving you the courage and that to go for it. Okay. Take advantage of the confidence boost, but remember to think before you leap. This is going to be the perfect time to kick off short-term projects that need results. But again, think before you leap. And we end with moon in Taurus, and that's going to start or is going to shift in to gear on September 21st. And time to slow down, right? Time to relax and indulge in the simple pleasures of life when the moon goes into Taurus. So treat yourself to something cozy like a spa day at home, baking some comfort food, or taking a nature walk. The energy is amazing for that. You'll feel more grounded and steady with this moon and Taurus energy. So it's a great time to focus on practical tasks and long-term goals. This is going to be a moment to enjoy the finer things in life as well. Good food, a comfy blanket, or just chilling out with your favorite movie. Right? You'll be less inclined to rush and more interested in taking your time to savor the present moment, especially if you were on go with that Aries, with the moon in Aries. This is going to be a perfect time to settle in, settle down. If you've been wanting to start a savings plan or invest in something meaningful, now is a good time to make thoughtful financial decisions with this energy. Guys, Taurus moon is all about stability. So focus on creating comfort and security for yourself. And two, life might feel more peaceful with this energy. So take advantage of it. Focus on building something solid and reliable if you can. And so that's the general reading I have for you guys. But stay tuned and let's get into how this energy is going to be affecting each of the signs. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Let's go, guys. Scorpio, the week of September 15th through September 21st, 2024 is all about an inspiring mix of personal growth, fiery relationships, and some major self-care vibes ignited. So let's go ahead and unpack this energy. The moon is going to be going in or starting the week off on the 15th in Aquarius, and it forms a tricky square with your ascendant Scorpio. Now, this could bring some feelings of frustration. You might feel like, you're hitting a wall when trying to communicate, especially in group settings. So, try to take your time there, Trust me, it will pass. It's temporary, and normally squares ask us to find our power. So when you find that there's a challenge in communicating with others, take a moment to find your strength and your power to get through that challenge, and you will be a little bit better than you were when you started the day. That's what squares are all about. So no need to worry about that. Instead of forcing things, Scorpio, use this time to reflect and find another approach. And sometimes stepping back and observing opens up a new path forward. And that's what I mean by, finding your strength through this. Be patient and know that the universe is always pushing you to fine tune how you express yourself and how you show up in the world. So it's all good, Scorp. On the 16th, the moon is entering Pisces. Lighten up your fifth house of creativity and romance. And yes, Scorpio, this is the time to follow your heart and dive into what brings you the most joy. The moon now is being queued up for the lunar eclipse that's happening on the 17th. This eclipse is happening in your fifth house, and the series of eclipse that's going to be happening is going to be happening in Pisces and Virgo on your fifth and 11th house axis in your chart. So a lot of major happenings, a lot of transformation with regards to your friendship and your romance sector is going to be front and center over the next 2.5 years. I talk more about that in the link video about how the energy is going to be affecting you. So I would definitely suggest you check that video out, but I can give you a brief synopsis as to what is going to be unfolding. The upcoming lunar eclipse will spotlight your fifth house. It's highlighting romance, creativity, and your relationships with children. You may encounter surprising new news or hidden revelations in your love life, or from a kid, your child. You might be having a child at some point during this time. Shedding light on important matters. This could be a moment where a romantic relationship or creative project reaches a pivotal point, offering you like a fresh perspective. There will be challenges in your love life that could arise, but strong connections will deepen, while areas that need attention will become clear at this time. And throughout the eclipse that's happening, the eclipse series that's unfolding over the next 2.5 years. If you've been neglecting personal pleasures or creative outlets, this eclipse will prompt you to refocus on joy and self-expression. Children or parenting may require more of your energy at this time, or you could reconnect with the passion project, your creative baby. This period is marking a turning point in love and creativity, urging you to follow your heart, but, move forward with caution, right? Especially at the start of the eclipse, because we don't have all the information. Deep emotions and personal expressions may surface at this time, guiding you to let go of past fears and embrace new inspiration. Ultimately, the eclipse is going to help you seek greater happiness and balance in your romantic, creative, and your social life through with the spiritual basis. Okay, so I really go in deep with this, like I said in the video. It's linked, so I suggest you check it out, see how it's gonna affect you over the next 2.5 years. Moving on, September 18th, the sun in Virgo forms a sextile with your ascendant Scorpio or your sign Scorpio, bringing a day where everything feels aligned, right? You'll be confident and expressive, and it seems like everything is falling into place effortlessly. You may find that people are naturally drawn to you, seeking your advice or input on subjects, matters that you have a firm handle on or appear to have a firm handle on. Your magnetic energy is going to be at an all-time high, so use it to your advantage, right? People will seek you out, Scorpio. This is going to be a day that you could tackle any project or make important decisions, especially if they require sharp thinking or clear communication. Trust yourself. You've got the energy and you've got what it takes, the mental clarity to get things, done with style and grace. All right. Also, the moon on the 18th is in Aries. It's highlighting your sixth house of health, routines. So Aries energy brings or bursts forth motivation, or energy that motivates us to tackle those health goals, especially the ones that you've been thinking about. So whether it's, finally committed to that workout plan or trying a new diet or getting organized with your daily routine, the universe is going to be giving you a push to get serious about your well-being, especially with the eclipses happening. This is too also a transit about more than just, your physical health, but about feeling good inside and out. So take this time to reassess your habits and see where you can make improvements. Your body and mind will definitely thank you for it. On the 20th, the moon is entering Taurus, bringing a sense of peace and emotional stability to your relationships, your 7th house, right? You'll feel a desire for security and for comfort in your close connections. This is going to be the perfect time to strengthen your relationships by focusing on what makes you feel loved. Okay, Scorpio, this is and what makes you feel grounded and loved. So, a quiet dinner at home, planning your future together, or simply just sharing peaceful moment. This Taurus energy is going to help you build that strong foundation, right? Stability and comfort are key themes. So lean into what makes you feel safe and what makes you feel loved. On the 21st, as we wrap up the week, the moon is going to be in like I said, it's still going to be in Taurus, and it's opposing your sign at this time, though. And you might feel the emotional push and pull. You could be craving support and attention, but not receiving it if your partner is busy, right? So, if tensions do arise because of that, stay grounded. This is a moment to balance your emotional needs with the realities of your relationship. Okay. If something or someone is challenging you, see it as an opportunity to reassess how you're communicating and how you're communicating what you need, right? Take a look at self and see if you're doing all that you can do to communicate what actually helps you to stay grounded, feeling safe and loved, right? So this is going to be a transformative week ahead, Scorpio. You're going to be navigating some highs and a few challenges, but it's nothing that you can't get through. And, trust your intuition. And if you were able to get some good insights from this video, share in the comments for me. I trust my intuition because, your intuition is guiding you to make the right decision, Scorpio. I trust you on that. And thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, keep your hearts open and your spirits connected, Scorp.